So I'm having a chat with Johnny of Hardwicke Circus. How are you?
Very good to be here.
Yeah. You're here at Glastonbury. I bet you can't wait to go and play later on.
No, we're dead excited. It's been a great run of gigs leading here, actually. The band's in the best form of its life. We played, we were down in St Albans, then Eastbourne, and then Rugby, playing for 2 hours each night. So we're ready for whatever Glastonbury has to throw at us tonight.
Yeah, closing the festival, and I hear Paul McCartney likes you as well.
Yeah, I know, it's mind-blowing. It's what an honour, Hardwicke and Paul McCartney in the same sentence really blows us away. It's we're just a band from the north of England that loves music, ever since watching them old Beatles videos as kids and all them videos and learning all them songs. We've had a real kind of unbridled ambition to have a connection between us all, that camaraderie that you hear when listening to the Beatles, between a group of guys just writing songs about their lives. That's what it's all about. And Paul McCartney wrote the script, and we've tried to pinch, steal, beg and borrow from that since we can remember. So the idea that it was at his recommendation is very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've been releasing music, and the single that we've been playing most recently is The Colour in Everything. So what can you tell us about the track?
Well, we've got over 60 songs at the moment that we're working our way through for the second album. And it's a bit of a different process. The first record, we had so many songs that we'd gigged 1,000 times and then recorded. So the songs had gone through an awful lot of different shape changes, different keys, different kind of ideas. They kind of found a life of their own on the road, and then we recorded them. Whereas this album and this first single, these are all songs that we've actually never played live before. We found ourselves with COVID and no gigs, that it was just us playing them to one another. And so we're in the process of recording them and whittling them down to get the best collection of songs. This song, The Colour in Everything, it was actually my girlfriend's birthday. And we'd kind of done all the birthday cards and presents, and it was kind of getting a bit stale between us both. So it was her birthday, and I found this old photo of us framed, and I had it framed, and I thought I'll write a message or a poem on the back of it and give it to her as her birthday gift. And I sat down, and I had no idea what I was going to write, and I took a moment, and out came "You Are the Colour in Everything," and I wrote this whole poem. And I sat there thinking, well, this'll do for her birthday this year. But then I thought, damn man, I gotta write a song around this now. I've got the words, now we need some music. So I gave her as a birthday present. I hope she loves it. And now we're playing it. Now it's our new single, The Colour in Everything, recorded by Chris Difford and Alan Winstanley, who did Madness, Dexys, and obviously Chris from Squeeze. It's been a good experience. It's slightly different sound to our kind of usual stuff, but it's by no means a change of what the band is. We're still a fast-paced kind of act now, rock and roll band that wants to get people dancing. And although this one's a bit more mellow, it's just another string to our bow. And it's not the genre's slightly different, but we are by no means changing our style or sound. This is just an extension of where we are at the moment, and a lot of the new music that we'll be putting out very soon shows that we're just like our live show. One moment you might think it's one thing, and then we'll take you down a different avenue in the next song, and it's exciting to have new music out in the world for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And you also released a live record, which you did when you were touring some prisons. Tell us about how that came about, the reason why you wanted to do it, and kind of the aftermath of doing that tour.
Well, none of us had ever been to prison before, and then
that's a good thing just to start with. It
is. We do suspect Andy, our sax player, might have a slight criminal record. No, he definitely doesn't, but if anyone was to, he's clean, don't worry. We played in Whitstable, a place called the Duke of Cumberland, which is a great live music pub at the very bottom of England. And in the crowd one time there was a governor, and there was a guy called Tim Cronin he has an initiative to get more arts and entertainment and music into prisons as a form of education, as a form of respite, as a form of entertainment for the inmates. And he was at our gig, and he invited us to play Rochester as part of his scheme once. And we went in the prison and we played an hour's set and did a Q&A afterwards, and it was incredible. It was a really emotional, eye-opening experience for all of us in the band. We're from the north of England, and it seems like a long way from the south. And then when you add to the equation that we're a bunch of lanky ginger kids, you know, when you go into a southern jail, like the inmates are kind of freaked out thinking maybe we shouldn't like this, but they did. And we left the prison with stories of improved mental health well-being, a positive environment in the jail, and you know, hearing comments like, "You made me forget where I was for an hour." It was one hell of a ride, and it demonstrated the real positive power of music. So leaving that jail, leaving Rochester for the first time, we wanted to do more jails. And then coming out of COVID, there's not actually an awful lot of venues available for independent bands like ourselves. A lot of the universities don't offer that platform for independent upcoming bands. A lot of other independent venues in bigger cities like Sheffield are on the verge of closing down. And we're a live band, we want to play live, we want to connect with our audience, and we thought, where can we play where there will be an audience? So we thought, well, let's hook up a jail tour. So we organised 15 dates. We did Ford, Sen, Maidstone, Coldingley, Elmley, Rochester, a host of others, men's, women's, young offenders institutes. We did them all, and we recorded it, and it was one of the best experiences we've ever had as a band. And we'd encourage more bands to do it, and it was too good an opportunity not to record it. So we've got a 12-track album out called At Her Majesty's Pleasure, and actually on it, featuring on it, is performances, guest appearances from the inmates. We've got a guy called Nazim Udin, an Asian guy who did some of the most incredible. I can't really describe it. It was like a meditative rap over a song we play called When the Chips Are Down. We have another inmate on rapping to another song, and we even have a prison officer play guitar on some of the tracks. So it's everything's there in the album, and we're really encouraging people to go buy that because we feel very lucky to have it. But not many bands have released a prison album.
No, not at all. And now looking towards the future, you've got some more live dates taking us towards the end of the year. What's the plan kind of for the rest of this year and into 23?
Sure, well, we're promoting the Prison album, the new single, and there'll be some more singles from the new record coming. The working title is The Second One for the next record. So we're working hard on that at the moment. We're also gigging a lot, obviously Glastonbury this evening. We're doing Kendal Calling. We've got a big hometown gig in Carlisle at the old fire station. We're doing a big fundraiser for the Alzheimer's Society on the west coast of England in a place called Maryport, and we've collected over 10 local Cumbrian musicians to join us on stage, to each play a song or two, and we've learned like 20 old blues songs that we just love listening to, that kind of inspire us to keep going. We've learned all this music that would never usually fit into our set, but it's a good opportunity to raise some money for a great cause, but also for us to expand kind of our musical kind of appreciation on a stage, and so we're playing all these old blues songs, you know, Muddy Waters, and there's a Robert Johnson track, there's even through to Clapton, and I think Stevie Ray Vaughan, and then even way back there's some kind of more traditional roots stuff, some Chicago stuff. So that's a great opportunity. We're doing that, and we'll be working, writing more songs, and kind of just getting our voice heard, you know. It's been doing the Prison album and then Glastonbury. It's been nice. There's been a lot of people connecting with us online on a very musical level, not just having seen us or heard us on a national thing. They're actually connecting with the music and the songs and the words, and it's, you know, I think it's nice to know that we're not just a hype band, you know, that's hiding behind this big facade of irrelevant publications. We're actually doing the work, and we're sticking to the music, and that's been really exciting to see fans connect with that. Last night in Rugby was an amazing gig. It was never been to Rugby before, but it was a full house. People had listened to the words, people had, you know, I felt like there was a real buzz, and it was a very exciting moment. So hopefully more of that going through the year.
Yeah, excellent. Well, Johnny, it's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
Anytime.
Thank you very much.
Till next year.